All right, my friends, welcome to the Angry Nerd Gaming channel update for December 2021. 2020 and 2021 have been a roller coaster here at the Nerd House. In November of 2020, everyone in the house caught COVID, and I had a pretty severe case of it, and it took me several weeks to get over it. We had 2 extra people staying with us in our home, which meant there were 6 people in a house barely built for 4. So we were crowded, to say the least. On to 2021. The house directly beside us was a rental house. Drug deals happening right next door, like 20 feet from my front porch. So I really needed to move the family out of the neighborhood. We found a new house in a tough market, sold the old house, and there was much rejoicing. A couple of months after moving, I was diagnosed with colorectal cancer. This was a huge shock. Now, I get most of my medical treatment through the VA since I am a disabled veteran. But I also have regular insurance because the rest of my family needs insurance, and that includes like a little health savings account. Now, the VA were the ones that did the initial colonoscopy and diagnosed the cancer, but their surgeon wanted to hit me with radiation, chemotherapy, remove a large section of colon and rectum, and then hit me with more chemo and more radiation. And that seemed a bit extreme, so we chose the option to try to have it removed with the endoscope, which is basically like another colonoscopy, but they go and try to remove it at the same time. There was too much of it, and it was too embedded to be removed that way. So the surgical option was the only option left. And we were not really enthused with the VA's plan. Come to find out, the VA charged my health insurance for those previous diagnoses and procedures, which meant we had to come up with about $5,000 in co-pays, and then they basically depleted the health savings account that I was using for the rest of my family, because the VA only covers things that are directly related to what I received disability for. And this cancer diagnosis was not one of those things. So since we were going to have to pay even if we continued using the VA, and we didn't really like what their surgeon wanted to do anyway, we decided to go outside of the VA system. To make a long story short, we found a doctor who would remove the stuff with as minimal amount as possible, and wasn't immediately recommending chemo and radiation and stuff like that. So we went that route. A long story short, my 5 to 6 hour expected surgery lasted 11 hours. Things went pretty well. I have 9 holes in my abdomen that are slowly healing up, and I have an ileostomy. I won't explain what that is, but let's just say I don't use the restroom like a normal person. Hopefully that will get reversed in February, so I have another operation to look forward to. And we started to received the bills for all the surgery, the hospital room, the doctors, the anesthesia, the overnight hospital stay. All of that is like separate. The surgery is one, and then you have all these other pieces that just kind of pile on the top of it. So we are working to try to cover those. We still have the procedure coming up in February, and we're gonna have follow-up colonoscopies pretty regularly to make sure that this doesn't come back. So it looks like I'm gonna have some medical bills to look forward to for the foreseeable future. That being said, I am retired and pretty much on a fixed income. So I hated to do it, but I started a GoFundMe page. So if you are interested in helping support the channel through these difficult times, rough seas, you can do it through the GoFundMe page or Patreon. I'll have the links to both of those down in the video description below. But these are hard times for everyone, so please do not stretch yourself to contribute. You can contribute by just letting other people know and spreading the word. That would be greatly appreciated. So I've taken up enough of your time. I just want to finish up by saying thank you so much to the people who have already donated to the GoFundMe and the people who may donate to the GoFundMe in the future, and to my Patreon supporters, the ones I already have and hopefully the ones that I will gain. I hope you've enjoyed the videos over the years. If you have, thank you. I'm glad I was able to entertain you. God bless, and nerd out.